Oh man, you know what? I feel like I just saw you. I feel like I just saw you, and we ain't even
You
on
did.
now. We ain't even
You
on right
did.
now because all you see is the lights. So therefore, we ain't even come on just yet. See, they can't even hear us. We ain't even on the stage.
We are now.
Oh yeah, now we are. We back. We're back. We live and live in color. We live and live in color. Sorry. So a few fun technical difficulties on the back end. Mainly because we want to see y'all understand our truth's beautiful mug and the setup for Saturday night's main
Mhm.
event and all that. Um, man, it's Tuesday now. You know, if we come into early and we step in the arena, that means something had happened, something went down, and basically it's like, hey, real life kicked off, so we got to go ahead and do a little emergency something. So, welcome
Mhm.
one and all to the 2DopeMarks Arena and another live, beautiful, amazing episode of the Two Dope Marks podcast. Your home for all things pro graps, ridiculousness, and all things in between. Brought to you by two lifelong fans who bring commentary to you like a country version of Jim Ross and Paulie Dangerously. To my right, it's the one and only D. I'm your host, Brando. And as always, man, follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks, at Instagram at 2DopeMarks, wherever you get your podcast at 2DopeMarks, YouTube, 2DopeMarks. Subscribe, like us, rate us, review us. The merch is up. We already got people copping shirts. It's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
Um, because summer's coming up, and for certain people, that is you gotta rock, you know, extra layers of aluminum and the good deodorant. What I mean by the aluminum, I mean you gotta do
Okay.
it because we can't be musty this summer. It's too much going on this summer.
Mhm.
It just
We
it,
ain't having
it
y'all
can't
smelling like no pieces of bologna. Hell
it,
no.
it can't work. We got to handle the earth right now, and everybody got to do their part to make sure that nobody is stinky and booty and breathing, all in between, all in between.
All that.
Um, we really got a quick, fun, jam packed show for y'all for this next hour, some change, man. Um, First off, not even like get into like the show, but prayers up to Zoey Stark. Uh, Last night on Monday Night Raw, she attempted a missile drop kick and landed awkwardly, and the sound that she made in pain pretty much told the whole story.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we didn't share the image of the injury. I saw it and I was like, you know what, I'm good on it. It's almost
Uh-uh.
like the Kevin Ware injury in basketball when he played for Louisville, and Buddy broke his leg
Shit,
through the
RG3,
skin.
brother.
That too.
That look like RG3
Uh,
shit, yeah.
Willis McGahee in the national championship game couple decades back.
Sheesh.
Um, it was bad, man. And like
Why you
sharing
gotta
it
let me why
for
you gotta let me relive that? What are you
brother,
doing?
I was rooting for Miami that night too. It's bad for me too. All right,
Come on, man.
it's bad for me too. But for the most part, man, President Zoe Stark. Hopefully she has a speedy recovery and she can get back to doing what she loves to do. Is kind of tragic in a sense that literally, you have Sonya Deville go after the Rumble. Then Shayna Baszler gets released right after WrestleMania, and Zoe's on her own, and Zoe gets this spotlight moment versus Rhea Ripley and Kari, the returning Kari Sane, on Raw.
Mhm.
And for this to happen, it's heartbreaking for the most part. It's heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, somebody who at the least, I hope she tore her ACL. For somebody that tore his ACL once before, that shit hurts. The recovery's ass, and I don't want to do that shit again. But that at the least, I hope it's happened, because if patella tendon gets into the MCLs, the PCLs, the SNLs, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
bad. It's all bad.
Yeah, and she just came off an injury too, man, because she been rocking that brace. She was rocking that brace for a minute. She just finally took that shit off.
Yeah, like, and that was that? Would you say that was an injury back in her NXT days when that happened?
I want to say yes. Don't quote me on it, but yeah, I just remember her wearing that brace. Like, when you got that brace on, shit. When you finally take that brace off, that's just telling you that you're confident in what your body can do. Because that's the hardest part about those type of injuries, especially when it comes to something of wrestling, football, basketball. The hardest part is just having confidence that you could do the same thing you did before you hurt your knee or you hurt your back or whatever the case may be. So prayers up to her on that, and just for real, more so prayer in her recovery and what that looks like for her in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, it's a lot. And the fact that like we literally watched this last Monday with Jason Tatum. I know that's not, a wrestling thing, but it's pretty a sport thing. It's like an injury like that alters so much in your equilibrium. Like, damn, am I gonna be able to move the way I used to move? Am I gonna make shit happen? Like, how does this look for me in the long run? Right. And I hope for
And
her,
especially if
I hope
your
for her.
livelihood depends on it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I just think that, what I'm saying, it's one of those situations where yeah, it's a shitty situation. Shitty situation. And I hope that, everything that could be good out of this, recalibration and all that. I hope it just, makes her come back stronger and even better. Because
Right.
look, Z360 is a hard finisher. It's a hard body finisher.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm just hoping that something like, this can probably propel her to do something even bigger, right? Because
I hope honestly, not to cut you off, brother. Like she just kind of been screwed up because she just joined the stable with Shayna and what's her face? Can't think of what's her face.
Sign
You
the
know what I'm
bill.
talking about. Yeah, Sonya Deville. And then they get released. And it's like now they put her on a singles push. And from what we've seen, the first match, on TV since they separated or whatever and they got released, like this happens to her. So like, yeah, I just hope she keeps her mind in good spirits because a lot just has transpired in the past couple of months for her specifically.
Right, exactly. Can we get into the happy parts of Raw?
Yeah.
We can get into the happy parts of Raw. So basically, this Raw, I know Saturday is Saturday night's main event, and then there's gonna be a SmackDown in between. We'll talk SmackDown in a second because I'm pretty sure D has some thoughts about Jeff Cobb being rechristened JC Mateo of all things, and he got hit by that good old WWE name generator.
Just call that man Jeff Cobb.
His mama
Just call the
called
man
him
Jeff Cobb.
His mama called him Jeff Cobb.
Mom call him Jeff. So we gonna call him Jeff.
Yeah.
JC. What? What do you think? You wanted to NSYNC or something? What you doing?
I don't know, man. I mean, the group currently has
the name. Why did the name sound cute? That man ain't cute.
Not that the name sound cute, dog.
Come on now. Listen. Who's your favorite wrestler? JC. You're not gonna think of that motherfucker right there. You're gonna think of some little cute blonde hair, blue eyed, bushy tail on motherfucker.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of Samoans, or I'm sorry, Jeff Cobb is Filipino. So speaking of other Islanders, our good buddy Jey Uso, the world heavyweight champion, feel like he got the world on his shoulders right now. I feel like he is Joey Badass, and everybody else on the Raw roster is the West Coast right now. Because he catching heat from everybody, from Seth and Braun Breaker to Gunther, who already said like June 9th, I'm coming for my belt back, and Logan Paul, who says he's coming for that belt this Saturday. To be fair, I like what they're doing with Jey. Like, basically, he said it seems like he a one-man army, and he got to go up against everybody. I like it a lot better than I did with Cody Rhodes in this situation last year during his first title reign. And the reason why I say that is because all this goes into Jey got to prove himself. Every week, Jey got to prove himself.
And without his family. Without his family. Because the other two that's been trying to help him are not family. Well, Sammy, but not bloodline.
Yeah, not bloodline. It's to a point where this Jey didn't stop playing. Jey ain't wearing the pastels. That man is just black pants, white forces, and yeet glasses.
Yeah.
Boy, looking like
one
$1
of the
million
Walmart black tank tops.
That's it. Like we get, I say, you getting me. Like you talking about John Cena talking me trying to strip everything down. Nah, Jey Uso done stripped everything down since Mania.
I like it.
It worked for him. So basically, and this is kind of getting the Saturday night's main event, but neither one of us believe Logan Paul has a chance in hell in winning this, and actually it's him versus Gunther on June 9th. Do we?
Shit, no. Shit, no.
Okay.
Let's get that prediction out the way early. Shit,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna go down. I think the big thing about Saturday night's main event coming up is that we're gonna have something big from the Raw side in terms of the main event. Well, no, the main event is Jey versus Logan Paul. I would say that the other aspect of the main event from Monday with Braun and Jey turn into Braun, Seth, Punk, Sammy. Now,
Right.
you told me something earlier, and I really gotta like sit back and think about this. Because you said that the quote unquote third man is pulling up.
He was actually on Raw last night, my prediction, to be honest with you.
Okay. Hold that one. The other intriguing aspect of Raw last night is that Roxanne Perez is finally done with her graduate studies and is officially a member of the Raw roster. And how does she celebrate? Finn Balor pulls her into the Judgment Day clubhouse and says, "Hey guys, here's Roxanne. Roxanne's pretty cool, right?" Again, Big Mommy Cool, Raquel Rodriguez.
Get her the fuck up out of there. Get her big back ass up out of there. Like Roxanne is so much better than Judgment Day. Come on, man. I don't want to see her wide back no more.
Raquel is like, "Yo, I'm snitching to live."
Good.
Dom is playing good boyfriend, talking about, "Hey,
that man got chicken nuggets. He cool.
I need my Intercontinental champion to not be so damn easy, dog."
Hey, bro, if that's us, if that's our clubhouse, and a motherfucker pull up with chicken wings and mumbo sauce, then yeah, that's what we doing. She good. And not that capital mumbo sauce shit. I'm talking about the shit from the trenches. Yeah.
All right. Point is, man, again, I need my Intercontinental champion to not fold so damn easily.
You can leave my mans alone.
All I'm saying is that if this leads to Cal's favorite match coming up and Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez,
yes,
sign my ass up for it. Sign me up for it.
Did you pay attention to the crowd when Roxanne fought last night?
Oh, I was in it.
I ain't the one to say that, but I'm saying I don't want to be the one to gossip.
But when you ain't heard that one from you, I ain't want to gossip. You ain't heard that one from me.
Yeah.
The crazy part about it is that, again, the division is so stacked, right? The division is so stacked that Becky Lynch could be in a Money in the Bank qualifying match and not win.
I'm okay with that because Lara beating her ass. Lara been fucking Becky up.
Oh yeah, Lara got her get back last night. She got a get back.
Lara got Becky crashing out though.
Yeah. And then again, we spoke about Zoey Stark versus Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane to open the show, mainly as a a get well soon to Zoey Stark.
But I didn't know Kairi was back.
Yeah, like the WWE kind of released it on social. Like, okay, usually I would have preferred like you show me on TV.
Yeah, surprise, like, okay, cool, surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, like old buddy on Dexter. But the cool thing about it is, and that also just shows you how much of a pro the both of those women are. They was like, oh, this happened. Okay, now we'll pivot to having a one-on-one match, and we'll cook in that one-on-one match. And now you got some star power in this Money in the Bank match off rip, right? You got Roxanne, you got Rhea, and you got Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
So we the star power is already cooking. I'm not moving off my prediction of who I think should win that damn briefcase though.
I'm gonna sit back and wait.
Are you gonna pull back? You know what? Okay.
I'm gonna sit back and wait.
I still say that briefcase needs to proceed with caution.
Yeah, I would tell you who I don't want to have it.
Mm. Oh,
Last name. I give you her initials. Rhea
oh.
Ripley.
Damn. You be the worst criminal ever. How the hell you say I'm gonna give you her initials? You give her a whole goddamn name.
I am very intentional.
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Penta decided to still be the coolest man in the entire roster, hitting a goddamn Mexican destroyer off the steps. Now the rotational
his whole back hurt.
Oh no, his whole back hurt, but also the rotational pull to get JD McDonough's big ass head over to have the Mexican destroyer pop off.
Bro, you gotta have the quads to manage that motherfucker head pose.
You're dealing with MODOK, bro. You're dealing with Irish MODOK. I'm just saying. He got a lot to think about, all right?
Listen, Hetty Pendergrass. You don't talk about Hetty Murphy, Hetty Pendergrass. You know what I mean? Like, man,
I'm just saying, dog. It was instead of Wayne Head, it was JD Head in the hood, dog.
What Domer Simpson do to you?
As a fellow Domer, like big forehead gang, we have to acknowledge our brothers in pain.
No. Here's the thing. Your forehead's just big. That whole motherfucking head big. Pose.
Good points.
You see what I'm saying? The diameter, the circumference, the area, the perimeter, all that.
Yeah.
All that. Straight geography.
Yeah. You know what? I think fast forward back to the main event, fast forward back to Braun versus Jey Uso. These are two people who are clearly in new roles in a sense, right? Like when they first went up for the Intercontinental title, it clipped because, Braun is the cocky champion, Jay's the plucky underdog. Now we have a cocky confident champion in Jey Uso, and somebody who's like, nah, dog, I was gonna whoop your ass in Braun Breaker.
I've been waiting for them to do it with Braun. Like, say I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's the hallmark of any Paul Heyman managed member of the roster. I mean, we talked about it several times because, again, Paul Heyman don't do nothing but manage killers in Curtis Axel. So just saying.
What that man?
My line of thinking, because the pop CM Punk got last night, boy.
Time out. Flag on the play. Holding on the offense. What the hell Curtis Axel do to you?
Curtis Axel didn't do nothing to me. Curtis Axel just, he was positioned as a Paul Heyman guy in the worst possible time to be considered a Paul Heyman guy, and that was right after CM Punk.
But what nobody think about him until you said something. That man enjoying his nice little job at Advanced Auto Parts, not buying his motherfucking business, and he bring up Curtis Axel.
See, I ain't saying nothing about him working at Bed Bath & Beyond. You did that.
It wasn't that. It was AutoZone, fool. Get it right.
I don't care if it's O'Reilly's. I don't care if it's AutoZone. I don't care if it's CarMax. The brother has a steady form of income, right?
CarMax is a good part-time, I heard.
Yeah, I heard.
I got some homeboys up there.
I heard they got good wages up there, dog. They got good wages.
Yeah.
But
anyway, you ain't got to sell the car. They sell the car for you.
Anyway, Curtis Axel is a former Intercontinental champion. Let's not slide that. He's a former member of the B team, him and Bo Dallas. Let's not slide that either. All I'm saying is compare him to everybody else that Paul Heyman has managed.
I'm gonna do my research because I think it's somebody that's lesser than.
Again,
I got one.
You got me, Mark Callis. You got beautiful Bobby Eaton. You got Larry Sabisco. You got Rick Rude. Steve Austin.
Hold up, but Larry Sabisco was living legend before Paul Heyman. Rick Rude was Rick Rude before Paul Heyman. He had Bobby Heenan. Come on, man.
I am merely stating. You said compare the folks Paul Heyman managed before he got to Curtis Axel and the people we got afterwards. Ain't like a Dana Spivey's on that list.
You leave Waylon Mercy alone. That man ain't do nothing to you. The skyscrapers are legends.
All right. You're right. The skyscrapers are legends. I ain't say he managed like crush and smash from demolition.
Okay, so hold on. So I'm looking it up right now, right?
All right.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see who Paul Heyman guys. Every Paul Heyman guy by rank. I didn't know this. Hardcore Holly.
Okay.
Test. Rest in peace. Cesaro.
I do remember Cesaro. Yes.
The Dudleys don't count because we
No.
know the Dudleys are. I got somebody that is worse than Curtis Axel. Heidenreich. I told you it was somebody less.
Ladies and gentlemen, my flabber has been gasted. That boy said,
It's being real. Like, hi, bro. I'm just being real. Like, come on now. Like,
he said Heidenreich. That's
bro. Heidenreich was a Paul Heyman guy.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, you know what? We will now no longer disrespect Curtis Axel and say he was the worst Paul Heyman guy.
Leave that man alone, because I love his daddy. Like, I love Mr. Perfect. That was my man.
Yeah. Again,
that man made every shot he made. Every shot he shot.
Shout out to Curtis Axel, former Intercontinental Champion.
Right. And that man tried to say Heidenreich was better than Curtis Axel. I apologize to Curtis.
Brother, here's how I can tell you I forgot that Heidenreich was a Paul Heyman guy. You had to look it up on Al Green's internet to confirm that Heidenreich was a Paul Heyman guy.
Why I gotta be Al Green internet? I got Verizon.
Well, good old can you hear me now internet. I guess anyway.
I love it. I know I can just fuck with you. That's why I do this shit on purpose.
Anyway. Point is, man, we on a Saturday night. Look, the way it's going with CM Punk, that Poppy had, go ahead. It was something just spectacular. The fact the fans was going to carry on, cult of personality, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into Saturday night's main event, though. I think we're due. We are due for a memorable Saturday night's main event instead of a paint by numbers Saturday night's main event. We've had two of these already. The last one we had involved a setup for the ladder match between Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Shawn Michaels came out, right?
Yeah.
First one is probably when Cody Rhodes should drop that belt to Kevin Owens back in Long Island.
I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, because that would have been kind of heartbreaking at the Rumble. I understand.
Yeah, because that would piss me off about Kev. I fuck with Kev, man. I think Kev's an asshole. Kev is a favorite on both sides of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
He's a heel. He's a favorite face. He's a favorite person. So shout out to Kev. Like I would love to have seen Kev do that, but knowing what I know now, I'm glad he didn't take it.
Yeah. Okay. So if the most memorable thing I can tell you about the last two Saturday night's main events were segments and not actual matches or moments, we got a problem. I need this Saturday night's main event. I need it to pop. It's the third one. Something big has to happen, right? And if you look at the card is pretty solid. It should say, hey, we got enough to make something pop, right? Because you got the following things occurring. And hey, you got Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match. You had CM Punk, Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins, a Braun Breaker. The main event is Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. And we called it. Everybody with a brain called it.
Yeah.
R-Truth is facing his childhood hero, who is actually younger than him, John Cena. I'm going to tell you this now. R-Truth is winning that match. He ain't winning it clean.
So time out. Didn't we just say this last week? This shit was coming. Didn't we say this shit was coming? I mean, we ain't brain surgeons. You do what you do, I do what I do.
We did. We did. We also know that we was like, this don't need to be no world title feud either. We did. We said that too.
And shit, you give it to me, I take it. You know, Ron Killings is my man.
That he is. I also just believe that this ain't about no belts, man. This ain't about Ron Killings being the 5th or maybe the 6th or 7th black WWE champion. This ain't about that. If it were 2011, maybe. If this were Capital Punishment, back when they had Obama on the little picture or whatever, maybe. This is about a man fighting for what he say on Friday. He fighting for some hustle, some loyalty and some respect.
Flow. Oh no, I said flow.
That don't go right. That don't go right.
Fuck the fuck. No, don't go right. No. I tried it though.
But it's hard out here for R-Truth. Okay, R-Truth's been trying to show John Cena the way and show John Cena that as an avatar for 20 years of fandom or 20 years of your fandom, brother, you beat me up, and now I have to run around here like I got imaginary friends, like I'm a member of the Judgment Day at one point in time.
Bro, he saved his life. He saved that man's life from getting punt kicked on. What's the pay-per-view?
At Backlash, yes, he did.
Yeah, he saved his life.
He saved his life. I mean, again, this is a man who, once he lost to John Cena, not once, but twice in an 18-month span, the man tried to enter the Women's Royal Rumble. He was a 97-time 24/7 champion. The man tried to climb a ladder in a battle royal. I believe that R-Truth owes plenty of pain and suffering to John Cena for sending him down this path in the first place.
We need to start a 2DopeMarks Hall of Fame with R-Truth as the first inductee.
He is by far the first inductee to the 2DopeMarks Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yes.
To be able to keep a consistent, entertaining character for 13 plus years.
Absolutely. And let's be clear. Let's be clear. For those wrestling fans who have followed Ron Killings, we've seen him in TNA. We've seen him on the Indies. We've seen this man do everything.
Yes.
And follow him. And R-Truth is a blessing to wrestling. I don't give a damn what anybody says at all. At all.
He is a blessing.
I will slap the shit out of somebody for R-Truth.
He's worth the price of admission every single time. Every single time. Every time. He worth it.
Every time.
But he gonna get a win. He gonna get a win in Tampa versus John Cena. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be, you know what I'm saying, something like you write home about a 5-star classic and work rate and all that. Nah. John Cena is going to lose to R-Truth.
You know what? Truth can move in the ring, bro.
That he can.
Truth can move in the ring. So don't sell them short on that. Like that's going to be that's going to be a very entertaining match. That's going to be a very entertaining match.
I just don't want my brother R-Truth to get kicked in the nuts and then hit with the title belt. Although that might be the way they get out of this match.
Rematch clause.
A rematch clause. Let's go. So if it's a rematch clause, then what? They run it back for the belt at
hell yeah, beat his ass. Slap the shit out of Cena.
Look, man, if we've already kind of figured out the fact that they're not gonna have a world heavyweight title match in Money in the Bank.
That's dumb.
That's like if Gunther's already calling his shot for the Monday after the Money in the Bank, then all right, you ain't got to. All right, so what's gonna be on that card? Besides the 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches.
I'm just going off the back in the day, Joey, man. You still had title matches You still had title matches doing Money in the Bank. Like, what are we doing? Like, don't take
Yeah.
away from wrestling because you want to
No, the
add
most
because
famous title match at Money in the Bank involved CM Punk.
yeah, CM Punk Cena. So what I'm saying is you're not giving people time because you got to put too many ads on Peacock. Come on, man. Let's watch wrestling. I don't need no commercials. You feel me? You see where I'm at?
I don't need no commercials. Give me backstage segments, and then you send it right back to Gary Michael Capetta.
Absolutely.
That's what you do. That's what you do,
bro. That tripping. I don't care about that.
Look, the only match I can't really call is a steel cage match between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. That one I can't call.
It's no reason for Priest to lose that match. It's really not no reason. He gonna have to beat the shit out of Drew. Here's the problem. Drew has been the ultimate hater. Like he's saying, I'm sorry, ultimate crash out. Because if it wasn't CM Punk that pissed him off, it was Seth Rollins. It was, if not Seth Rollins, it was the Bloodline. If it wasn't the Bloodline, it was Damian Priest. Like, at some point, there has to be an end game. So what does that look like for Drew in the next coming months? Is it something that ends up to where he gets a title shot at SummerSlam? Because he hasn't, he had the title for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It has to be an end game.
Yeah, the fact they're both on SmackDown means that, some form of fashion, this has to elevate somebody. And I don't think it's going to elevate Drew McIntyre to get a WWE title shot at SummerSlam. I do think it leads him.
No. Don't do that. I know where you're going. Stop it.
Is Drew McIntyre going up for the heavyweight championship of the world?
Because you got that little, his little cousin that got the daggone hot dog haircut. He gonna cost him. I'm talking about Solo, bro.
I know.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
I know. But look, Jacob already looking at Solo wild for breaking his personality out and bringing JC in the fold, and they didn't even consult Jacob whatsoever. And you see more and more Jacob Fatu is getting over as a babyface strictly by whooping people's ass.
Yeah.
Being here for no games.
Yeah.
Because again, he all gas, no breaks with it. But
hey, hold on. How your man's try to say it just like him on Friday night?
Look, man.
How did you feel? How did you feel?
Okay, because you was at my house, right? You was at my house, and that was around the time y'all was at dinner. And when I saw the clip, when I tell you I could not stop laughing, like, believe it or not, dogs, even though like there's no Paul and there's no Roman attached to this whatever version of the bloodline you want to call it, Solo Sikoa has been entertaining as hell.
Bruh. I said, did you really do that? Like, you really tried it?
He did.
And I loved it, though. I loved it. You know what? I'm gonna let him cook. I'm gonna let that man cook.
Got to. I don't know how, but you got to. But yeah, man, I don't know. I guess Damien can win this, but again, Drew's gonna move up to facing Jacob. I want to see that at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
because again, that is a match. Like, hey, you want to see two dudes can go in the ring, and you want to keep making sure that Jacob Fatu looks like an absolute star. Who better than Drew McIntyre? We already said that Jey Uso is retaining his world heavyweight title against Logan Paul, so that's not either here nor there. You did mention that in the main in the semi-main event,
Yup.
the third man of
Mm-hmm.
this Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker situation
Right.
would emerge. So I am gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you run ISO, and I'm just gonna give my thoughts once it's done.
So I'm watching who's on TV and who's not on TV. And if you pay attention to Raw last night in detail, not looking at your phones, not taking care of your kids, not feeding your wives, any of that, you watching the show, you saw somebody last night that was on TV that's not really on Raw consistently. And he had a new fit last night. And he didn't even wrestle at all.
Mm.
Austin Antoine Theory. Pay attention to the body language. Pay attention to the new fit. Pay attention to the way he talks for the last 2-3 weeks. If I'm wrong, I take it. But remember, when we asked who was going to win the Super Bowl, I said who I said, and I wasn't wrong. So with that being said, pay attention. Go back and watch Raw. Watch his new leather fit with his AT on there. All that. He's confident. He's the closest person in an evolution standpoint to Randy Orton on that Raw roster.
Mm.
And I said it before.
That you did when we were first coming up with who we were like just thinking about who should be in this stable. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Theory was there, and I was like, I don't know.
And then he set his man up to get his ass whooped.
That's because his man set him up to get his ass whooped the week before. And the reason why I was like, I don't know, is because Austin Theory and Seth Rollins have been part of a stable before. That was my only hesitation about it.
Here's the argument. Here's the one thing I'm gonna say to fix it. They know each other enough already.
Mm-hmm.
They know each other enough already. And think about it. Seth is building something right now. He's an architect. What do architects do? They build. Austin Theory tried it on his own. It didn't work. He messed around, got into a tag team with Grayson Waller. It didn't work. That man's a star. Why do you allow somebody to 3 years ago wrestle John and now he's doing this? Let's think about that. Let's think about
question. It's a good question. Same regime,
you
too,
don't,
in a sense. If you think about it. Same regime, too.
You see what I'm saying? So it just makes sense. Now, if it's, I would love it to be so when you said Melo, I thought about it. I started watching how Melo was moving and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, he's too tired with Miz right now. For him to get pulled away from that storyline, it takes away from the Miz right now. And the Miz is a consistent star on WWE TV.
Yeah. And remember, we said this before Aleister Black came back. And now Melo has something cooking with Aleister Black to the point where Aleister Black ain't even hitting him with the black mask. He catching Miz.
So let's ask questions as to who would be that third person. You can't pull anybody from the bloodline.
No.
That's they're all tied up. If to be honest with you, if I wanted to throw a monkey wrench in it, I would go the same route that the Judgment Day went with Rhea Ripley and bring it a female. But that asks the question, you got to ask yourself, who's the female?
Who would be the person after Medusa to become the next Paul Heyman girl?
Yep. I got one.
All right, who you got?
What if you had What if you had in a title match in the future?
Mm-hmm.
What if you had a title match with Jey and Seth, knowing that his sister-in-law is in Seth Rollins' corner?
My question to you is,
Mm-hmm.
how does Big Jim feel about that situation?
It's WWE. If wrestling is drama, you got like your wife watches Ratchet TV, bro. She watched the Housewives, the Basketball Wives, all that shit. It's drama. The wrestling shit is our drama. It's our
Yep.
Ratchet TV. It's our Young and the Restless. It's our Real Housewives of Potomac. That shit, man. Like, think about it. Think about it.
I if I had to, I might be going out on a full blown limb here,
I
but
would love it. Listen,
it's
do
our
it.
show. It's our show.
Yeah,
So
this our shit.
F it. Who do I think should be the next Paul Heyman girl after Medusa?
Mhm.
It is somebody from our favorite inner saga within the WWE and Braids of Our Lives.
Can I do it? Can I do it? Please.
Hit the button.
Please.
Hit the button.
Please. Hold on. I gotta find it. Hold on. I gotta find it. You won't have it up here no more.
Hit the button. It should. Hold on. Hold the phone,
it's not.
man.
It's not there.
Incorrect. I got it. Sorry.
Dang.
A WWE studio production. This is the Braid of Our Lives.
I'll take that too.
Once them fingers are healed up, once that hand is healed up, I want Bianca Belair in that stable. Mm-hmm.
You talking about you put Bianca Belair
Mm-hmm.
in a Paul Heyman stable.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca Belair to me, and quote me if I'm speaking for you abruptly.
Okay.
She'd be the greatest woman in WWE. There's nobody else that could touch her. Fuck Jade Cargill, fuck Charlotte Flair. Nah, fuck all of them.
So here's my logic on why it should be Binky. Okay. No matter what Binky does, and we already know this now, she's the future of this business, 1000%, right?
Fair, yes.
If you want us to eventually get to the Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley one-on-one at WrestleMania, Binky come back, she get her ones with EO Sky, she get that bet off of EO, and she, Seth, Braun, three killers. And Heyman as the occasional mouthpiece to get it to tie it all together even more, brother. We cooking with fire.
Here's my question though. We've never, I'm not in a long time. We have not seen Paul Heyman with people that can talk. He's used to being in a place with Roman, in a place with Brock.
Mm-hmm.
In a long time that he manages somebody that can talk. The last person that he managed that can talk was Punk.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to see that. And he's just the asterisk, the exclamation point.
Exactly. So now you give Bianca Belair that extra battery since y'all been booing her anyway.
Man,
for being great. Again, all plans lead to the EST back on top.
I got another one for you. You sparking like you lighting the light bulb right now.
And if this all ends with Seth Rollins being World Heavyweight Champion, and it circles back to Bianca Belair being the Women's World Champion, that's another stable where it's like, oh no, do they have all the gold? Yes. And guess what? That is something the bloodline that never fully accomplished because they never added a woman to that stable.
Trivia question: Who's the last stable to have every title?
The last stable to have every title.
Or had everybody had a title?
Including the women's title?
No.
Oh.
Just a stable, period.
Damn. All right, so Bloodline had the tag titles and the World Heavyweight title.
Mm-hmm.
Evolution had... I can't recall if they had I can't recall if Randy was Intercontinental Champion during that time, but I think he was. And Batista and Ric Flair were the tags. It was Evolution.
You're wrong.
That's off the top of my head. Ooh.
The Shield.
Oh.
Champions.
Oh, and then Roman was World Heavyweight.
No. Roman and Seth were the tag.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because
Dean Ambrose.
Dean was U.S. champion. He had that belt for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So my line of thinking is,
I knew where you were going.
Yeah. Because the corporation had, at least at one point, had somebody had the tag titles, Steph had the women's title, and Triple H had the WWE title. But I think if you basically have the two main titles on Raw tied within that stable, and everybody on the chase, scan protection. Protection. So that's Sunday night's main event. And something we're probably clipping that one out because boy,
we was cooking on that one, brother.
I like that one.
We was cooking on that one, brother.
I like that one too much, man. I like that one too much.
Yeah, man.
All right. Real quick, since we already got some people in the field for Money in the Bank, you still sticking with your picks?
No. I'm not giving you my pick. I'm gonna hold off. I'm going to hold off until that prediction show.
Okay.
Too much has gone off. Too much is going on.
Too much is going on, and a bunch of people who I thought would be in qualifying matches weren't in qualifying matches. That's cool. All right, we can move on. NXT is part of the Sunday affair of pro wrestling, which is absolutely nuts if you think about it, because NXT has Tampa with Battleground, and over in Phoenix, AEW has Double or Nothing. So real quick, I'm just going over the announced matches for Battleground. It's a 4-match card so far. I'm pretty sure there'll be something else added after NXT tonight, which is actually on right now, which is probably going to be a women's North American title match between, I'm going to say that Zarya loses to Kalani Jordan, and we get Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka, aka Gymnast World War III, for the women's NA title.
Hey, listen.
I'm sorry, the Nubian Queen heavyweight championship of the world. My bad. The Nubian Queen heavyweight championship of the world. What?
You mustn't listen. I had a long day. I'm stressed out.
What did
I had a flat tire today. I'm just
is the North American title in NXT regardless of gender for the blacks?
Yes. We room for everybody black.
We are. So that includes Sol Ruka.
Yeah, unlike my hater of the week.
We'll get to that one in a second. Okay.
You did.
All right. You dig. All right, real quick. Oba Femi versus Miles Bourne for the NXT championship. We know Oba's winning this, right?
Black.
Okay, the ruler. All right. Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams for the TNA World Championship. First time the TNA World title is being defended on WWE programming.
Fuck. I can't. I'm going against everything I just said 15 seconds ago. I believe in Joe Hendry.
All right. Tony D'Angelo versus Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
Stacks.
Yeah,
If you look at any mafia movie, up and coming, like a capo, you know what I mean? They're gonna do what they do. Stacks gonna get Tony.
Yeah, if you're gonna sell me on this Stacks heel turn, like it's gonna have to be him getting a win over the Don. He's gonna be a win over the Don.
Yeah.
The toughest match I have to pick and you too as well. Stephanie Vacure versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh, that's no question. South America's own Stephanie Vacure. That's not hard for me. That's not hard.
See, it would have been hard for me if I knew what exactly they were doing with Steph on the main roster. Like all of them,
They're not.
Well, all her like moonlighting on Raw, I thought it was gonna lead to something, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess we only got Roxanne on.
That's a teaser, bro. Not yet. Not yet.
All right,
you know one of my favorite sayings. Be patient. Be patient.
All right. Just saying. All right, cool. I mean, Steph can retain because again, we know that eventually by say Stand to Deliver New Orleans, that's Jada Parker's title. I'm sorry.
Baby.
That is Jada Parker's title.
Huh.
That is Jada Parker's title. All right. Going over to AEW. I know D does not necessarily pay too much attention to AEW in the same vein that he does WWE. Only because of certain people.
I will. I will this weekend because somebody that I rock with is actually going in.
All right. So Double or Nothing is Sunday. Kind of happening the same time as Battleground. So, you know, you might be flipping through Peacock or whatever pay-per-view provider that AEW is running because they're apparently not running with Triller for this pay-per-view. So
they've been doing that for a while.
They're definitely not doing this one in the States and in Canada. So that's intriguing.
Oh wow.
Okay. Eventually they just need to just shut up and just put it on Max. I'm sorry, no, put it on HBO Max, aka the real name of that damn app the whole damn time. I don't know who had the big brain ass idea to move away from classic traditional branding. AEW is a brand name. It's like Pepsi, brand name. There's neither here nor there. So far, we got 6 matches announced. There will be a 7th because Anarchy in the Arena. All right, Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in the stretcher match.
Ricochet. I'm going with the champion. A fan of
the birds, aka that bald man married to that baddie.
The champions. The champions.
All right. Okay. The newly healed FTR with our man Stokely as their manager versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
This is hard for me because I'm an old school Ring of Honor fan. I love Nigel McGuinness for his submissions at active wrestling, but I gotta go with FTR. FTR been stale like a pair of corn chips,
right?
Like yeah.
Even with Stokely as they
listen, Stokely a dog, man. Like Stokely do what he do, and the fact that they had him back them is everything for me. So I love it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. We got Timeless Tony Storm versus Mina Shirakawa for the AEW Women's World Championship.
Timeless.
Okay. Before I get to this next match, if you're Tony Khan, are you happy as hell that Darby Allin climbed Mount Everest and is on his way back down that damn mountain?
You shitting me? Fuck no.
You want to leave that man up there?
No, he coming back. You can't go. You ain't making no money unless you stay here. No,
but it's over. D, he did it. He climbed the damn mountain.
I saw it. So the fact that if Darby wins, we know what time they on. I'm not doing that.
All right.
You don't have to. You don't have to climb. You don't have to climb a mountain to impress your boss. Like, do the work.
All right. Keep going. The gentrified Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and Maxwell Jacob Freeman, somewhere around there. Versus the Son of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. for the AEW World Tag Team Championship.
We heard people.
Thank you. I mean, Dustin Rhodes, my boy. Shout out to Austin, Texas, and shout out to 17 years of sobriety, but nah, it's all Bobby
We
and
heard
Shelton
people.
there. We heard people. All right. Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné, the Women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament Final. The winner is likely facing Toni Storm at All In for the AEW Women's World Title.
I would love Jamie Hayter to win this, but Mercedes is winning.
I agree with you in that Mercedes Moné is winning because Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm is a money
That's what we
match.
want.
And it is quite possibly the money match of all money matches that AEW can give. Regardless of division, that's the match. That's the match.
I have a whole nother conversation about where they missed the mark. Athena and her could have done so much better
than a tournament match. I agree. Like if Double or Nothing did not contain the Owen Hart tournament, and you just had a straight up one-on-one match for Athena's Ring of Honor Women's World Title between her and Mercedes, and you gave them, say, 25-30 minutes,
bro.
Trey McFeek, just like that lobster we had this weekend, them lobster tails we had this weekend. Trey Magnifique.
Yes,
Trey
sir.
Magnifique.
Yes, sir.
And all right. So with that being said, Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay, the men's Owen Hart Foundation Cup final.
I don't like this match.
The winner is likely facing Jon Moxley at All In Texas for the AEW World Title.
I don't like this match because the person that I want to win will give a better match than the person that will win. In my opinion.
Oh, this is intriguing.
Yeah, they put The Rock is up Will Ospreay's ass. But I am a Hangman Page guy. That's my dog. Like
yeah. The tag for this is Ascension versus Redemption. And you and I both know, and you just said it, they got a rocket strapped to Will Ospreay's back, and that thing is flying higher than Wiz Khalifa and Lil Wayne in a blunt rotation.
And Snoop.
And Willie Nelson, just to be safe.
Hey, dog, chill.
Hey, man. Really be smoking boys under the table. However, if you were to tell me that this match would conclude with Hangman Adam Page facing Swerve Strickland at All In Texas for the AEW World Title,
yep,
then I'd love that a hell of a lot more.
Yep.
Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley.
Cowboy shit.
But I know what they're gonna do. It's gonna be Will Ospreay. It's gonna be.
We both know
like last year they kind of held off on it when they let Will Ospreay go up against Swerve and Swerve won. You can't hold that back for 2 years in a row, dog. You just can't.
That's not my company.
I know.
It's gonna be what's gonna be.
I know. Lastly, they gonna announce Anarchy in Arena. There is gonna be confirmed. The Death Riders and the Bucks versus Swerve, Kenneth Omega, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Willow.
I'm for everybody black.
Shout out to Willow. That's all we got to do. That's shout out to
Willow. You feel me?
So yeah, so that is AEW Double or Nothing. That is literally 3 different pay-per-views. Well, 3 kind of pay-per-view quality events from AEW on Sunday.
So are you watching it while you out of town?
I'll be on a plane Sunday.
Okay.
So when I get in, we just lost D, but it's fine. But no, when I get in on Sunday night, close to Monday, I more than likely will be watching them all. I will be going ahead and kind of like doubling back, figuring out what's going on. And what I miss.
My mouse.
Mainly because, hey man, it's Graps. It is three shows in a 24-hour span. This is not like Fourth Ropes for the culture. Cause I ain't gotta stay up till 2, 3, or 4 o'clock in the morning just to watch it. And I did have a very interesting conversation with a gentleman. We'll share that here on 2DopeMarks in the very near future.
Save that. That's a surprise.
Yeah. Well, that's my that's a tease. That's a tease.
Yeah.
We have a very big interview coming down the pipe. But instead of interviews, we get into our favorite segment of the week. So D, can you let Ice-T in the arena? Can you play his theme music, my son? Hey. That's right. It's time for Hate of the Week, where your boys get ish off their chest. As you heard, D has had a hell of a day involving a flat tire and other assorted situations. So life. It was, mind you, it was not like that this weekend.
Hey, real shit. The real shit. Listen, I flew up to Connecticut. My best friend is B's wife, and I flew to Connecticut, hung out with them. We cooked, we fellowshipped, we had a good time. We played a little bit of Mario Party. You know what I mean? Like, listen.
Some Uno, some Taboo.
I ain't went too many times, but
we also played a game of is it Epsilon or is it water?
Yeah, we got water. Me and B got water a lot of times.
Yeah. It was a grand time. It was good to see my brother. I hadn't seen him in the physical since Mania weekend, since Vegas. And the crazy part about it is I'll probably be seeing him again next month. Like, we're making this like a thing. So, and if he happens to come down and I'm like, yo, reality wrestling is doing something big in Texas City, I'm like, hey,
let me know.
we'll draw down and peep it, man. But that's good times. D, you got some shit that you gotta get off your chest, brother. The floor is
yours. Man. So the reason why we talked about what happened, what this past weekend, me at your crib or whatever, is because we watched a professional basketball game, and it was a professional basketball game from the W. And we watched the Chicago Sky against the Indiana Fever, and there was a situation where two of their famous players had an altercation, and two of my best friends. You were in the same situation when it happened, and we had a whole conversation about what's what. And what pissed me off was we went on social media and we saw the repercussions and the opinions of people that had never seen a basketball outside of Dave and Buster's. And so when that happened, it pissed me off. So my hater of the week is RG3. If you go on social media, RG3, Roderick, Rico, whatever his name is at this point, Griffin IV, he decided to go in on the situation where he said that Angel Reese hated Caitlin Clark. And if you are a fan of basketball, a fan of these two women, they both said that they're cool prior to this. And B, you play sports, I play sports too.
Mm-hmm.
So what pissed me off about it was the fact that he tried to make it into something that it wasn't. He said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And there's no evidence in that situation. And then Ryan Clark said what he said, and I stand by that. And then RG3 decided to say, you attacked my wife. But bro, we go on Instagram, we go on Twitter, X, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, and You talk about he attacked your wife. Mind you, you have your wife in the background the whole time. And you talk about milk. I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't do none of that. I do soy and almond. So when it comes to that, bro, like you're talking about you're black. And I know this because I work with your dad in the same building. And I know what he looks like. Therefore, fast forward, you have a white wife. So your daughters are still black. So when it comes to that, don't be trying to defend just your wife's family. Defend your daughters too. Because when they walk into a situation where somebody says you're still black, and then you ain't gonna have nothing for them. You're gonna be political because you're trying to get a job. You're trying to get a job. You're trying to get your money. I get you. But if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. What are we doing, bro? So I stand with Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark said he knew your wife. He had a conversation with her, and that's what it was. And he respected her. But you said that he was trying to attack your wife, and he wasn't. He wasn't. You still got your wife in the background on the couch over here or next to Brandon's calendar talking about milk. Come on, bro. Like, get yourself together. What we doing? Grow up. I understand you're trying to get money, but get money the right way. Don't compromise yourself. So that's my hate of the week.
All right. Well, this ain't even a diatribe on that particular situation. This is a statement about comprehension, ladies and gentlemen. My hater of the week is for everybody who has terrible comprehension skills. Comprehension is at an all-time low. All-time low. Right now, you have a woman who represents a congressional district in the state of Florida saying that she has evidence that they did not present in the Tory Lanez case, and they will come up with it and show it to the world in 36 hours.
Okay.
That presents him innocent in this case.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. Here's where now I give pause. Right? So you ain't got nothing else to do in your own congressional district. You just see a bunch of bozos online floating around a change petition that has over, as of this particular timestamp, 275,000 signatures calling for a full pardon and release of this man. Now, mind you, this has been going on for 5 years. 5 years. Somebody has had a child, then had that child go through pre-K, and this shit is still going on. There have been people like, oh, she lied. Now, here's the thing, right? How many stories have you heard different about this case, D?
At least 6 or 7.
Okay, 6 or 7. Have you read the petition that is being circulated to get this man out?
I have not read it, but I've heard of it.
All right, I will give you parts of this. Right, I would share it with the screen, but that's neither here nor there. If you can find it, it is at the CaldwellInstitute.org/Tory-Lanez. No relation to any of this, right? And the person who founded the foundation is a former ex-con who did not pass the bar. But that is neither here nor there. That's not disparaging. He literally just is the Caldwell Institute for Public Safety.
He said what he said.
All right. In this petition, the man stated that that Mr. Lane's attorneys have alleged that there was no physical evidence Tory Lanez fired a gun, right? No physical evidence. However, in a literally not even the next bullet, the following bullet after that, right? Says this: sworn affidavits and eyewitness testimonies contradict the prosecution's account. Bradley James, Kelsey Harris's former bodyguard, provided a sworn affidavit stating he heard Harris admit to firing the gun in the air. Then Tory intervened, grabbed her hand, and pushed it down as the gun fired 2 more times. So I just need your face on this, D. I just need your face on this. How can you say there's no physical evidence, yet there's literally you also saying that the man had somebody's hand and it helped point the gun down to fire twice? And this ain't even like, oh, the actual third party in this said this. This is something heard from another party that was close to said party. Is it Uchi Wally or is it one Mike?
Bro, it sounds like the name of this episode needs to be Protect Black Women.
It is always protect black women. It's protect black women when it comes to Halle and DDG. It's protect black women when it comes to the Diddy trial. It's protect black women when it comes to this particular instance that I've been talking about for 5 goddamn years and I'm tired of it.
And let me ask you a question. What color your mother?
She's black. My grandmother. My great grandmother is probably my great grandmother is more than likely black on both sides.
I mean, I'm light skinned. But at the same time, like, I don't know my father's mother. She was black. And my great grandmother was from the islands.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, like, my mother's black. My aunts are black. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it? And I'm not trying to cut you off, bro. Like, why is it a situation where we not protecting them? Like, we know how to weed out the bad ones. Let's be real on that.
And they show themselves all the time.
For sure. But my problem is why we don't protect the real ones.
It is perplexing me. The real ones? It has perplexed me to no end. And the reason why it's perplexed me is that what exactly does anybody gain by protecting Tory Lanez? So you mean to tell me, and mind you, this shit had me agreeing with DJ Vlad of all goddamn people. And I showed you last week.
Yes, you did. Yes.
I showed it to you. And I still have to ask myself this every single time. At what point in life are you going to not defend yourself? And you're facing 10 years. Actually, no, you're technically facing 23. You just got sentenced to 10.
He got stabbed in the back of the head. That's why.
Dog, I just need everybody to have some sort of comprehension, some sort of figuring this out. I don't care for arguing this shit out on Facebook. I don't care about arguing this shit on Twitter. I need you to have some comprehension and some thought about this, including your hater of the week. I need you to have some serious comprehension. So what is it? This to your wife versus somebody pointing out an absolute fact. Because, brother, you tried to delete the tweets. You tried to delete the tweets.
Yeah, bro, I love Ryan Clark because Ryan Clark, if you go on the Pivot Podcast, shout out to the Pivot Podcast. If you go on the Pivot Podcast and Ryan Clark explained why he said what he said from a verbiage situation, from a mental situation, and he put it out there, and that's the way he thinks. It's not for everybody, and that's okay because everybody has an opinion. But let's be clear on it. Ryan Clark speaks on a situation that he knows. RG3 is speaking on a situation that he doesn't know. And what boggles the mind for me is the fact that you got a black mother. You got a black grandmother. The only person white in your family is your wife and partially your daughters.
see, you go there with it, and I'm like, it ain't even got to be that deep. Like, I'm trying to figure out where did your comprehension and logic like say, nah, this man talked about my wife. Incorrect though, sir. He talked
Mhm.
about you and how you prop your wife up as a
Thank you.
prop.
Milk.
Two different
Milk.
things. And
That look, milk.
literally, brother, you literally had a tweet calling yourself a Super Saiyan milkman. That was
Right.
you.
Did you see the tweet that he had with his daughter and the little strap thing and say his daughter's looking for chocolate milk?
Yes. Yes.
Bruh, like what we doing,
Like
man?
you made this entire thing a personality trait.
Here's the big thing. Here's the big thing. And this there's no, and I'm gonna go from the top, from the Greeks. There's no Barack Obama. There's no Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Frederick Douglass. There is no Brennan C. There's no DB. There is no shit. Let's RG3. There's no Tory Lanez without a black woman. So what the fuck are we doing?
And also, here's my question, dog. Why, for what cape are we throwing on here? Like, who are you trying to kowtow to? Who are you trying to create favor with?
We know who, I know.
Oh no, we both know. What I'm saying is that what is your end goal? Like, what's the end game? There's none that can easily bring you back to being on the side of right and wrong because you're just jumping out there to do some dumb shit.
Facts.
And
Facts, bro.
if you believe that they're gonna miraculously come up with some evidence 5 years after the fact, in that other case, it's dumb shit. Because under no circumstances am I or anybody with with some sense not gonna be like, yo, they accused me of doing this. Nah, I ain't no. You fight that like Hove did Tony Busby, dog.
That ass.
You fight that like Hove did Tony Busby. I told this to my peoples all the time. That whole thing would have went a hell of a lot differently and been a more of an interesting case if old buddy had better lawyering and learned how to shut the fuck up. But instead, he decided to play internet games and already put himself behind the 8 ball. Plus, with all the evidence the other way around that was presented during trial, and he couldn't, and not one time did his lawyers or him provide innocence. Not once. And you want me to believe this now, 5 years later, that it just miraculously happened?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to believe that this man literally gave up 5 years of good public opinion, quote unquote, for the sake of what? For what?
The question that you say to me, for what? we have temptations. That's what it is. It's the temptations. We're willing to compromise ourselves just for temptations and for what we want or for what we've seen or what we dreamed of having. If you stay true to yourself, everything is going to be perfect. Stay true to yourself. That's it. That's all.
That's the greatest lesson we can take from this, dog, is that you stay true to yourself. Good things will happen to you. All right.
Yeah.
You do not perpetrate nothing. You don't have to fake nothing. Nada.
Yeah.
Just keep it real with yourself. And if you can't keep it real with yourself, go talk to a therapist. Go talk to the lady. Let them help untangle that ish for you.
For sure. Or find you one that's gonna help you out with it.
Yeah. We ain't even mean to get all riled up and angry, man. But again,
hey, listen. It's been a lot going on this week.
Yeah.
I was at your crib and we were just talking. And we just talking a lot of shit going on in your personal life, my personal life, and just life in general. That's it. That's all. So yeah, man.
So with that being said, man, that's this week's episode of the 2DopeMarks podcast, man. Again, we thank you for tuning in. Thank you for come kicking it with your boys. Again, follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on Instagram at 2DopeMarks. Join the Facebook group 2DopeMarks. Chop it up with us. The merch is live. Had to do a little adjusting, a little fixing some price points here and there. But yeah, go copy you a shirt. Been saying get ready for the summer. Get that 10 Wrestling Commandments t-shirt. Get the We Love Black Wrestlers, We Love Black Champions, We Love Black Women Wrestlers t-shirts. Get the 2DopeMarks logo, man. Yeah, you can follow myself. You got any plugs you want to get, Andy?
I'm gonna plug us. For the most part, like I'm gonna plug us, but you know what? I'm gonna plug the people that brought us up the Black Wrestling Podcast, Lip Gloss and Laddies. You know what I mean? It's one more off the top of my head. I'll tweet it out. But yeah, like we plugging our people. Like this is not a podcast where we just for ourselves. It's just pretty much for the people that helped us to get where we need to be and the networking and this, that, and the other. So iron sharpens iron. So that's what we moving on.
Indeed. I'll go ahead and plug my man Jermaine and Board and Supervisor up the host Aggression Unleashed right now. Apparently Trick Williams to spit bars on NXT. I gotta see what the hell Trick did because he said he having a rap performance tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. I gotta see what that's hitting on. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Meek. Shout out to Lovely. Shout out to my boy Brad Gilborn. Shout out to everybody down south. Shout out to my homie Ashley for setting up something real special coming up down the pipe.
This man over here got a surprise for you folks.
Yeah,
like my man been cooking. Man been cooking.
So once that goes, you know what I'm saying, we'll go ahead and share it. But till then, again, rate us, review us, give us 5 stars. You give us 4.5. I think you kick it with Dave Meltzer, and you ain't got to do all that. And again, cop the merch, subscribe on YouTube, follow us wherever you get your favorite podcast. And D, say something nice to the people, man.
Let's go next.
Yo, okay. Bruh, when I tell you, if the Knicks make it to the NBA Finals,
hey, baby, we going.
I need the Side Talk NYC episode for when it happens. Because boy, listen. them fans out there. We
about to be in the streets. We about to be in the streets on that. And I'm not a Knicks fan. But Jalen Antoine Brunson.
Dog, that energy there. Look, man. We gotta get out of here. Thunder Wolves just kicked off. You know what I mean? So we gonna be tapped in. Also, shout out to the Aces. They have to beating the crap out of the Connecticut Sun right now, trying to get back from that loss they took on Saturday to the Liberty. Shout out to Asia Wilson. Shout out Joel Lloyd. Shout out Chelsea Gray.
Who you say first?
I said Asia Wilson, aka the best in the world. You heard me. Anyway, we just shooting the shit now. We see y'all next week, dog.
That was fun.